You know, maybe instead of talking about how you want to paint more, maybe just fucking paint. Oh shit, didn't see you there. I was playing on my phone, watching whatever. Eating and watching YouTube, maybe. I don't have any snacks on me at hand. Hello internet. Welcome back to another video. This is a very different format from what I usually do because as you can see, I'm painting finally after like a year hiatus probably since like last year. Maybe the last time I painted was October, maybe. What I'm saying is I need to use up my paints. Holy shit, I really do. I really, really do. So we get to the obligatory me lamenting about not finding the right time to paint and wanting to paint more when I can just paint whenever I want and I have free will and I can do anything, right? Right? So, and I was making up every excuse for why I couldn't paint in the moment. I was like, oh, it's too hot to paint, or oh, I don't have the space for it, or it's a mess, so many steps, da-da-da-da-da. But at this point, I'm just like, let me just throw all my worries out the window and just do it. Just fucking do it. I got nothing going on, so might as well, right? May not have a structure or anything, but oh, and this is the creature I'm drawing. It was a doodle creature thingamabob that randomly appeared through my hands when I was drawing earlier today. So, you know, just doodling. So I was like, that'll give me a simple subject to paint compared to my more complex designed characters or something more complex. It's just like a little, it's just like a simple portrait of this thing like curled up. I like this critter a lot. It's kind of, I have to pay attention to the video just to I add a little bit of commentary on what exactly I'm doing. Mind you, I've been on, I can't give you an exact tutorial because I hadn't painted in like months, probably since last year of October. So I can't give an exact tutorial. This isn't a tutorial video, but it is a process. Ignore if my camera does weird shit. Ignore if I do weird shit. Yeah. So I have no idea what I'm doing, but I try to apply kind of a gesso-esque kind of thing. It's just white acrylic. It's not like gesso last time I checked. I mean, I guess if you want a big bucket of it, it costs like your liver. So I don't know if I want to deal with that, but just try to do that, you know? And make sure to dilute it with water. Just like, I didn't follow a strict sort of rubric of how I was gonna do it. I just kind of just went in and just went, you know? And every single painting, I've learned this many a time, as much as I hate it, every single painting has an ugly stage, whether digital or analog and whatnot, so it's gonna happen. It's gonna look kind of weird right now, but that's okay, because I can make it exist now, make it good later. My philosophy, kinda, sorta. I gotta remember that. As much as I can be a very forgetful person and my memory is ever so fleeting, but speaking of, oh my god, I've been searching for dopamine any way I can. I've had a bunch of fleeting ideas. I have so many ideas, but so little energy enough to keep up. Because it's weird, because I'll get an impulse to, like, for an idea, whether a video or art or piece or whatever. Because I have so much free time, I don't have, like, an academic structure. But then it's like, I get kind of like, I get overwhelmed with all the ideas that I have that it's like a mental paralysis, and I feel like I have to do it. And also I've been doing art fight as well, and I'm working slowly at that, you know. I'm not trying to apply too much pressure, yet I feel like it's kind of a thing like you have to do this. It's a demand avoidance thing. I don't know. It's just like a paralysis. But I'm trying my best, you know. And oh my god, with art fight, I'll admit I kind of felt a bit inadequate at first because I never like compare myself when it comes to my own work. But I'm just it's when I realized, like, you know, like drawing other people's characters or just like characters that aren't mine and aren't like muscle memory, I felt kind of intimidated, inadequate. It's why I struggle to make fan art, is because I just feel like it's like a thing of like I'm not gonna do them justice, or it's not gonna translate well into how I usually draw or style or whatever. So that's like a whole weird ass complex that I have. If I don't get if I'm gonna make fan art, if I don't get this character right on the first try, then just I'm not allowed. And it's so stupid. It's a weird ass complex. Like, I don't know why do I do that to myself? But yeah, enough of me hashtag lamenting. Let me just we're adding the we as in I, as me, myself, and I, we are adding the kind of a darker kind of thing. So I guess the yellow kind of burnt umber. No, I try to make kind of a yellow ochre kind of thing with the red and the yellow primaries or whatever. I just added like, you know, like a thin just added like a thin underpainting kind of deal. So sorry for coughing. That was so rude of me. Very unprofessional. Okay. The fuck am I talking about? See, here's what I'm doing. So it started off kind of blue. The guy started off kind of blue, but I'm building up like the whites. Like you're gonna see, it's gonna look cool. It's gonna look refined. You just gotta stick around for the video. Watch time, maybe. I don't know. He's got a cute little tail. You would have thought he'd have more of like a nub, like a little nub, like bobtail. I don't know, but the long tail. I'm used to long tails. It kind of works, but I think he'd also look kind of nice with a kind of a nub tail. What are the pronouns of this creature? I don't know. It can be anything. Little critter. I like this thing a lot. I think I'm trying to draw like some kind of thorns. Maybe it's like in a little kind of bramble kind of environment. It's kind of dark, so it's hard to tell. But the whole point is the contrast is like the critter is like luminant because it's like white. It's like pure white to the point where the shadows look blue. It's supposed to look luminant against like the warm and kind of dark green, yellow with the underpainting kind of background. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense of this, but because usually it's just like my brain's turned off and I'm like, I don't know how to explain this properly, but my forgetful ass. I just realized it is 9:45 p.m. I need to take my meds. Okay, yeah, live 4K kind of takes his meds in real time. The Closet Spectre takes his meds. You know the drill. Oh, so it knocked over. Okay, let me just take this real quick. We're doing this in real time. Down the hatch. I have to. Editor, you know what to do. And because I was so distracted with me taking my meds, I'm looking at this painting now and see how it's all coming together? Like the colors are actually looking really nice. It's actually like acrylic kind of makes the world clap compared to when just layering watercolor. I don't know why I don't use acrylic enough as much as I should. It's not exactly as portable as watercolor, but still, like, I like it. It definitely complements the way I render, definitely. Even though I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but I'm getting somewhere. I do understand like the shading a little bit. See how I'm like there's a little bit of depth there with like his head and his weird nose snoot thing. Yeah, and we're gonna add his eyes a little bit later on. They're kind of closed and they're just like really sad little solemn little guy, but also like I don't know, man. I blink and I look away and then see, I told you if you stuck around that oh my god, there's a fruit fly. Get off of my leave. Okay, but I was gonna say something really like funny and profound, but then it immediately left my mind and it's gone. Oh my god. Actually, this is getting ridiculous. My memory's so bad. So yeah, I have like the palette paper there, and it's just like, and I don't usually let it go to waste. I actually used some of the leftover paint to make like a little, just to spread some color on like a paper in like a separate sketchbook, just as like leftover paint. Oh yeah, and this is in a sketchbook. I'd like to use canvases, but it's just like I just don't know where I would put them or how I would properly store them, considering I live in kind of a not so very nice apartment with roommates. So it's just kind of like that thing of like, oh, I don't have a lot of storage, so I might as well like, and I that's why I worry about being trapped in my sketchbook too much. But then again, what space is there to have? I don't know. So I'd rather just do the stuff in the sketchbooks for now. Digital is where I can exit my sketchbook the best, typically. So that's just my flow, I guess. I don't know. What am my flow? What are you saying? What am I saying? See, I completely lost my train of thought. But anyways, speaking of, I used to do voiceover videos like this like a year ago and I did a bunch of them in like 2024, even though my art sucked absolute shit at the time, but I would just do like sketchbook sessions where I would like record like my voice and shit, but it was like a time lapse. It's not like the Whip Wednesdays or the Free Draw Fridays where I'm like drawing in real time. It's like I'm drawing, but it's like sped up and I'm like, I don't know. I kind of miss that low key, and I wanted an excuse to paint something that wasn't just like doodling in my sketchbook. So, and I've definitely gotten a lot better at drawing on camera. Painting isn't too big of a deal because I can do it from a distance and use my arm, and I don't have to like lean in to get absorbed in details because it's just color. I'm blocking in the color and form. So, but oh my god, we're getting to the part where we're adding his like sleepy like little eyes. You can see what I'm doing here. See, I'm like carving. I love it. Carving. I do it digitally. I do it traditionally here. Paint how you draw is what they say. I see it as surgery. Carving. I've mentioned this like a million times before. It bears repeating, but it's like carving to me. That's how I kind of see painting. So just like rendering. Oh, this is so cool. I'm just like watching it right now. I'm just like, oh yeah. And see, this isn't like the first draft. I can just layer and layer and layer, unlike watercolor. And I do, you know, I like watercolor for like quick washes and stuff, but it is unforgiving, I'll admit that. Even though I've used it for years, even more than acrylic. But yeah, lost my train of thought again. I need to organize my thoughts. But you can see what I mean. Like I'm kind of like carving it out. But it's looking really good. There is a bit of a shine on the acrylic because, you know, it's like acrylic. But some parts can look a little bit muddy, but I think I touch them up later. I don't know. Can't remember. And we'll have to see the final result to see what it looks like, because I can't remember because it's not physically in front of me right now. I also scanned it as well. I also scanned the drawing, and you will see that at the very end of the video. I scanned the little, not the drawing, painting, tomato, whatever. So that's cool. Cool switch up with the camera angles. Oh shit, we're adding a switch with the camera angles. Now this is handheld, but still, do it look like a gaff? I don't know. I thought it'd be really cool because, you know, I don't want it to be straight up like just like record and go. I wanted to switch it up with some camera angles, and that's what I did. This looks pretty sick. You can see me like just like applying very lightly, very gently to the critter. Oh, this is so cool, actually. Try not to let any of the white paint go to waste. I'm just like using it. Obviously, it's to be used, but yeah, it's like giving it makeup, bit of concealer. And as you can see, this is the beast, the critter. It's lovely. There's a bit of muddiness with the background. I could have added more black, but honestly, the critter stands out very well. There's a bit of muddiness, but that's okay, you know? It's my first time living. And this is it scanned in. Looks pretty great. Alright, thank you for watching. Peace!